Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no,
Mate, please get away from me, please. Come on, don't worry about that. Go on, sorry, guys.
No, you're all good, mate. How are you doing anyway? You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. Just not long finished the session. I've got to be deadly honest with you. I've looked and I completely forgot about the podcast yet. So I'm thinking, shit, I'm all sweating and that. So I've had to just get myself all dried, set it up, and I thought, oh, I've actually even got Zoom. And then finally we're here, and we were here.
Yeah, we're here.
That's the main thing. That is the main thing. Well, we appreciate you taking the time out and going to see us. Also, we know you're doing quite a hectic amount of training at the minute for your upcoming fight. So we appreciate you taking the time out to speak to us, Steve.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, man. So, you're getting ready for a world title fight, yeah?
Pardon?
You're the lightweight champion at the minute.
Yes, the British lightweight champion.
You won that from fighting Nathaniel.
Nathan De Castro. I won that from.
Yeah. So I rewatched that again earlier on today because we were having you on a little bit of a refresh on that fight, mate. Yeah, it's still enjoyable. Like the fourth, fifth time round watching it. So awesome, mate.
Yeah, good. So how's the training going coming into your next fight, to the world title, and how has it changed compared to fighting for the lightweight title?
I've been the fight's 4 weeks this Saturday, and I've been in training now for 6 weeks. I've been in training now, and as far as the difference, it's the rounds, isn't it? I've done 5-2s last time. This obviously the world's 7-2s, and everything needs to be stepped up a little bit, obviously, for that extra 2 rounds to be ready for it. So, and which we have from the start till now. Everything's gone up, you know.
Yeah. Feeling good? Feeling ready for it?
Yeah, I feel ready. Well, I'm in the stage right now is where you don't feel like you're getting enough recovery, but the next day you feel better. And yeah, I'm in that sort of deep stage now, knowing like you're trying to warm up again, but you feel tired even doing the warm up, like, you know what I mean? So I'm at the breaking point now, but obviously give it a couple of more weeks now and I can start to recover properly.
Good.
So how long will you actually be training this heavy before the fight? How many days do you have out?
Do you know what I've done? I've done this camp will be 2.5 months, 10 weeks. I've done this one because obviously my last fight was 6 months ago, and I started shooting off places and stuff like that. And I think flipping out, I best start this early. Once I got the fight, I was like, I best start this training camp early, man, because I don't want to start it being unfit as I was. Flipping if you would have saw me 7 weeks ago, mate, I mean, I would have done a mile run and I would have been getting sick. I was badly unhealthy. I wasn't unhealthy, unfit, sorry.
Yeah.
And you train quite locally, don't you? You're Birmingham.
I've got my own gym in Birmingham. I actually train at my own gym.
Yeah, I think a friend of ours trains there as well, doesn't he? Eric Olsen.
Oh yeah, he's just left there. Eric has, yeah, Eric. Yeah, my brother Michael. My brother Michael's his trainer. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a friend of ours, so we know the gym. Hear good things about it. Yeah.
We try.
Good man. So how did you get into bare knuckle boxing? I guess is the big question.
Well, I've been doing it for 4 years now. November 2018 was my third fight, and it was really Ricky Nall days when I started to see Ricky Nall. Ricky Nall was probably the first one out of Birmingham that I noticed was doing it, and I remember I've known Ricky since like school days. So when I looked at him, I thought, is that even legal? Can you actually do this? That's what I was like. I said, you're getting paid for that. And then I've saw him a couple of fights, and every fight I'd see like the injuries and stuff like that. I thought, is this real, this? And then one day, I remember sitting there and I was going to go pro boxing with Kane Baker. Have you ever heard of Kane? We was training together a lot, which we still do now. I was running with him yesterday, but I started training with him. I was going to go the pro boxing route, and then obviously when I kept on seeing them videos of the bare knuckle, I thought, I can't believe this is real. Like, and I said to Ricky, I said, what are you saying? How do I get involved in that? And he gave me Jim Freeman's contact details. And this was before, like, it's the BKB has sort of gone up now, like this.
Yes, it's growing, isn't it?
I have noticed. I remember when I won my first fight, there was no sponsors in the ring or something like that, so it was very low. So I contacted Jim. He's asked me for some footage. I sent over him a bit of my footage that I had from 2 white collar fights that I had, because I never boxed in years, you see. And then he took a chance on me on November 2018 show against someone called Ashley Griffiths.
Okay.
And it started from there, really, and that was it. Then I haven't looked back. I've never had a glove fight since. I would never go and have a glove fight again. It's all about the BKB for me, to be honest.
Fucking go on. Because you won your debut fight, didn't you, against Ash?
Yes, I won that. I won that on points over 3 rounds. Yeah.
Oh, fucking fair play, mate. Fair play. I mean, obviously, it's a lot more brutal than your conventional boxing. So, anyone that steps in there with no gloves on, just a set of wraps, mate, and slugs out, it's fucking awesome to see, man.
I know, but you got to be smart. People must think it's the worst sport. Oh, it's bare knuckle, mate. I'm deadly honest with you now. For someone that does it, it's not as bad as you think.
No,
Yeah, I've been harder in a glove. I have sometimes with some of the shots. It's just obviously the bare knuckle is going to give you more artificial damage. You see.
Yeah, more cuts and stuff, isn't it?
We fight
K1,
K1,
so on the injury that the knuckle can cause you compared to a glove cause you, then it's not going to be as sad. But I'm telling you right now, I've been hit harder with gloves than actually the bare knuckles. So the bare knuckle can switch your lights out rapidly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it ends a lot quicker. Yeah,
exactly that. Yes.
Yeah, you can avoid a bit of damage. Okay. So, would you suggest it for people that are trying to up and come into boxing? Bare knuckle rather than...
Do you know what? It's a mindset, this bare knuckle is. It ain't just one of them sports where you're going to get your kids from the early age and go, I want you to be a bare knuckle.
Of course.
Instead of putting the gloves on, you're getting punching bare hands in the living room when they're about 2-3 years of age. But it's really, I got into this when I was 31 years of age. So basically, I felt like I was mature enough then to be doing a sport like that.
Okay.
You know, when I was early 20s, too erratic, I wouldn't be able to do it. So for me, be more mature, and I wouldn't say to anyone who was doing boxing, you should do the bare knuckle.
No.
I wouldn't do that. It's a weird one, to be honest with you, man. I do have mad questions. It's like, what's the difference between boxing and bare knuckle? There's kind of a few differences, even though you still got a referee in there and you still got a square ring, but
not always.
Yeah, it's not something where I'll
triangle ring we saw last time.
Recommend to people if you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Pardon?
We said we saw a triangle ring in the BYB.
Oh, they're doing all sorts now. What's going to be next, man? They're going to get you fighting flipping, I don't know, in a phone box, literally,
Well, we've seen those videos. We posted those last week.
Well, I actually saw it myself, but there's just what do they want now? They just want people ripped to skeletons or something. I don't know, mate. And they've got that Trigon as well. They've got like 3-minute rounds in there. Yes. Like, what are you expecting to happen to people within that? You know what I mean? And it's like that as well. So there's not much space to move around. It's like, no disrespect to the Trigon, but I think it's more of a gimmick. It's more just trying to do more and more to where
sensationalism,
brutal. Like,
okay. Guys. Is there any fights you're looking forward to on 3rd of December other than your own? Obviously, we'll be watching.
Do you know what we've got? Yeah, sorry, mate. I've got someone from our gym at the moment, a newcomer. The only person I've ever vouched for as far as putting his name forward is Jim Freeman. It was only over the last 2 months. His name's Smudger Smith. He's actually Luke Smudger Smith. If you ever remember the old Smudger Smith, my old friend, he's still my friend, but I fought him in the bare knuckle. His name's Smudger Smith. You ever heard of him?
Yeah, we've watched back through some of your fights, and we've,
Okay, yeah. Well, Smudger, we've got our own Smudger Smith here now, yeah. But that fight I'm looking forward to. It's his debut. He's gone the route with the boxing like I did, and then he didn't actually get his license. I didn't get that fight, but he didn't get his license for it for whatever reason. Then he's come to me, contacting me. I've contacted Jim. We got his foot in the door, and now my brother Michael's going to be his trainer for that next fight. He's the one I'm looking forward to at that fight. But other than that, I'm just really concentrating on my own.
Yeah,
of course.
You got any other questions?
And obviously they've got me top of the bill as well, which is I've got I'm last.
Great, isn't it?
Wicked, it's wicked, mate. Show me the money.
Is that what it's about for you at the minute? The boxing, is it the money, or is it the sport itself?
No, I love the sport to death.
You own a gym.
What do I fight for? Give me money. I'm 36 years of age, and it's not a case of I can do this till I'm 40 if I wanted to. It's a case of, listen, when you do have them, I've had 8 bare knuckle now coming into my 9th. When you've had that many fights, it's not about just having a bare knuckle fight anymore. You want things out of it, whether it's money, whether it's glory, whether you want your name in newspapers, whether you want to just be known as a good fighter, whatever it may be. You start after a certain number of fights wanting that, So me, I'm just all about the money, to be honest with you.
Well, fucking right, you've got to pay the bills. You've got to pay the fucking bills.
Yeah, exactly. Just give me the money and I can go and get that money then, and I can do some good things with it through the hardness what I do with the bare knuckle. I might have to go in there barehanded and have fights and that, but if I can get a good chunk of money from it and then use that money to push on something, make another business or whatever I might do, as long as I'm not wasting it, which I don't do, then that to me is what I'd want to be doing. I've got something out of it then, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, definitely, mate. It's good. It'll come back and pay you tenfold after that, doesn't it? If you invested wisely, so that's absolutely fucking. That's actually
exactly that. I'm not going. years from now just want to see my face on a video or something and think, oh, that was me. I'm like, I got that from that, if you know what I mean. Like, I've still, to be honest with you, I can tell you this, I've still got all my money I've ever got paid from BKB for my fights. From my fight, I've still got it. It's in the bank. I never touched it. Even my tooth, I got paid £2,000 against Franco. And I still got that. And that was just for the purse. I actually got more in sponsorship and that, but I keep all the money away. I don't spend it.
Fair play.
That's a mindset in itself, to be fair.
Yeah, just keep it all. I wouldn't. You think I'm going to have a 7-round bare knuckle fight with someone like Franco, and I'm going to go and spend that on a bunch of clothes and nights out? You got nothing coming, mate. You know what I mean? Like, I would never do that. Plus, I've got a good running business with my brothers as well, so that does us nice.
Fair play, mate. That's awesome. I've got to ask though. Obviously, you said you're 36 now. You'll happily fight up until you're in your 40s. How old was you when you actually started boxing?
Started boxing at the age of 10 years of age. I started boxing at 10. I had my first amateur fight when I was 11. I was only boxing for about 4 months before the actual trainer, Mickey Redmond, my first ever amateur trainer, got me registered. It was very quick, and then I had about 50, 60 amateur fights then. It was over a period of a few years and stuff like that. But I've been boxing since the day I can remember. Like,
Jesus, fair play. Well deserved to get into obviously being the British champ and then obviously putting you onto the world title, mate. That's hard earned work, that is. Yeah.
You know what? It done me well, man. But I think that, you know, I don't. You get what you don't get what you deserve. You know what I mean? You get who you are, mate. And I've took fights and stuff like that. Like, and now I'm ready to take things back. Like, the British title was my last fight. I can grab this world now. And you know, as I said before in my previous interviews, like, there's 4 years I've been in this sport. I've had tough fights in here. I mean, I've had 7-rounders. I've done the 5-rounders. And in my last 6 months, I've grabbed the British belt and the world belt. You know, what sort of story would that be? You know
exactly. That'd be crazy.
And then I want to treat my career like Street Fighter 2 Turbo. You know what I mean? Like, I'll go to Brazil and fight Blanca and put me to America and fight Guile. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go. Like, they've got Thailand coming up at the moment and stuff like that. Like, I'd love to go over there and let me fight a Thai guy or something like that. I want to make my career interesting, and
you want to travel a bit with it as well.
Yeah, but it's not even about that. I want to make it interesting. You know what I mean? Like, I want to treat it like it's a flipping movie. You know, like, these people that I'm fighting are from different countries, and I need some more spice to it. You know, I don't mind about the fighting. I fought all my life. It's a case of, as I said, man, like Street Fighter 2, when you go to, like, you know, you go to America and you fight Ryu, and, you know, you go to China and fight, you know, these are sort of things I want to do. You know, I might not get to China, but you know where I'm coming from.
Frank Dukes and the Kumite over there.
Well, you know, just have fights in different places and see how tough you really are, you know. And I'm getting a bit sick of training for 2 months for someone who lives 2 hours down the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, mate? It's like, flipping hell, mate. I'll fight him any day of the week. Come up next week. I'll have a little row with you if you want, mate. You know what I mean? But I have to do 2 months of my life out of it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Well, hopefully that comes through, mate. And you can get a bit of like a diverse record and get some different continents down there as well. And that'd be shit up, mate.
That's it. It's just spice it all up, you know. And at the end of my career, and I get to look back and I can say I've done this and done that. Simple as that. When you're doing something you love, mate, money will always come, you know. And if I'm going to some places, I'll go there and I'll get paid anyway to go and do it. But that's the fulfillment, going there and doing it, and the money would just come anyway, wouldn't it? You know.
Yeah.
No, fair play, man. One thing I am interested in is obviously each fighter has their own kind of thought process and whatnot. Obviously, pretty much every single fighter still gets the pre-fight jitters, bit of the old adrenaline anxiety pumping. I mean, do you still get that? And do you still have like a pre-fight ritual?
Listen, no one decided don't get nerves. Yeah, sorry, man, for interrupting. You know what? No, it's not. Everyone gets nerves and stuff like that. It's called fight or flight. You can call it being nervous, but I call it fight or flight. You know, if you read up on the fight or flight, go to Google. It's actually a thing that happens to your body when you go when something's about to come on. Because your body's going into attack mode. It's going into basically, you know, you basically defend yourself and you're willing to attack. That's the emotion that you're going through. You can people take nerves and they can't deal with it. You know, don't get me wrong, it's that fight or flight, mate, and it's a real chemical reaction in your body that if you start learning about, you understand what the hell you can use it for. You've watched the Rocky films and he goes, if you let the fire get too much, you can burn you up. But if you keep the fire, it's exactly that, mate, you know. And
you get I
feel it myself, but I put all my energy into this training. So when I get to that point, I don't, it's either me or him, you know. I'm happy where I am, and it's kind of crazy. I think it all comes from the training. Yeah. You're not training. you're gonna have the most horrible anxiety you've ever had in your whole entire life. You know what I mean? Like, this is no joke of a sport. I mean, you're in them changing rooms and you ain't done your runs and you ain't been doing your sparring, you end up to scratch. That's when the time's going to play on you, mate. And you see the ones who carry on with the sport or who don't carry on the sport, and you know, this is no joke of a sport, mate. And I take it very seriously.
Yeah.
We've done a few fights ourselves, so we know what you mean by going in, getting out. We've got a few fighters at our club that we train that they're quite nervous even in training getting into the ring.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would say for your fighters that you help them get into the ring?
You know what? You've got to be doing it constantly. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about you need to be doing boxing every day, but they need to be in the ring sparring. You know, you've got people punching bags and then they have to go and have a fight. They're not getting. You know, you can punch a bag all you want. It's not going to get you ready for a fight at all. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be doing something as close to the fight as possible. You know, you need to have the guys that are nervous in the gym. You need to be getting them in the ring sparring and having different sort of sparring partners where they're dealing with different styles, you know, so they won't be so uncomfortable, you know. And that's the problem with people. They go and do a lot of, say you're running loads of miles and then you go to your fight and then you didn't need them miles anyway. And it's, you know, you know what I mean? Nothing's going on for you, like, but you've got to do it as close to the fight as you possibly can, you know, like have them in the corner and get them used to doing the rounds. It's the only advice you can give to them, you know. It's the only thing I've had ever done, you know. Like now when I'm in training camp, I can do as many runs and be as fit as I can. If I'm not sparring in that ring, stuff won't come off on fight night, you know what I mean? Like,
no, exactly.
After the match. Exactly.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've kept you for quite a while now.
I'll probably keep you for a while. You get me talking, guys, mate, and I'll be here all night. You know, I've just finished 2 training sessions, you know, so I need a chat right now. You know what I mean, boys?
Yeah.
What is the area you're focusing most on at the moment?
My boxing. Marley Churchill, I'm fighting next year. This is going to be a boxing fight. This is. Whereas with De Castro, I love De Castro to pieces. He's done very well in his last fight. But De Castro is known as a scrappy fighter. You know, he can box. Don't get me wrong in that, but he's sort of guy that you wait to come in. Yeah, I mean, you'll be waiting for him to come in and make mistakes. Whereas Marley's going to have to be, you know, he's going to have to be triggered into something. Yeah, he's going to have to be triggered into doing something. You know, and that's the difference between this. So it's more of the boxing aspect of this, and obviously the actual proper game plan. You know, you look at the fighter that you find, you look at the style you're dealing with, and you work your training camp around that. So yeah, it's a lot of boxing at the moment, mate. I've been doing a lot. As I said, I've been in training now for 6 weeks. I've been in training now.
Yeah, and you're feeling good, and you're ready. And
I'm on the boxing part now. In a week and a half. I go to Tenerife, 8 days. I go out training there.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll go out there. I'll do 8 days training and then I'll come back and then I've got 11 days left to the fight then. I can start tapering down. So, yeah, I ain't done yet, mate. I've still got hard graft to go now.
Yeah, exactly. No.
I'm onto the boxing side of it now, which is, I feel more better now, you know. And
you fight at lightweight.
I fight lightweight. I don't understand these weights in BKB. Do I look like a lightweight, mate? You know what I mean? Like,
no,
you saw me, but I'm not. I'm close to 6 foot, and I'm flipping 12 stone 7. You know,
yeah,
they got calling me the lightweight champion. You know, so I don't know. Yeah, it must be. That's what I am. And I lightweight.
What's that in kilograms?
They do 76 to 79. The actual world title I'm fighting for next is the 79 kilogram world title, which is.
See, that's crazy.
You know what? 12 stone 4. 12 stone 4. 12 stone 4.
Yeah. See, that's crazy because we just went over to Hungary to fight. And I fought for the in K1 for the middleweight title.
Yeah.
At 80 kg. And 79 kg was lightweight.
That's what I'm saying. But if you look in the UFC weights as well, they're a bit different than our boxing.
They are, yeah.
Pro boxing weights, I can just reel off straight to you now. But you start messing with them other weights, man. I don't know what
starts getting all over the place, don't it?
Yeah, like welterweight in UFC is like, what is it, close over 13 stone? But welterweight in boxing is 10 stone 7. You know, mate, well, I'm the lightweight. I don't look like a lightweight, but I'm the lightweight champ.
You're a big lightweight.
A big lightweight, and you know.
I love it.
Great. Well, obviously you have the advantage being quite tall as well for the lightweight category, so that must come into play.
Yeah, I've done the prize fight tournament at 76 kilogram. I remember Jimmy Sweeney kept on saying to me as well, he's gone, man, you're fighting a different weight. And I thought, nah, I'm not. I'm in your weight category, Jimmy. You know what I mean? But and it was right, to be honest with you, mate. I've gone from 76 kilograms that I'm fighting for. Now I'm fighting these 78, 79. be able to go up to 81 in training camps and be able to bring myself down nicely. The energy, I feel more sturdier. Even like, I don't like to ever talk about myself too much as far as my performances. That's what for people to say, but you can't say my last performance wasn't actually my best performance, you know?
No.
Because the weight's a bit different. I just feel more healthier and sturdier and stuff like that. And I think it took me a little while to get, better on my feet a bit more and stuff because of my tallness. And I was going down to like 76 kilograms, which is what? You're talking what? 12 stone 2 or something like that. For my height and the way I was and stuff like that, man, it just didn't work right. But ever since I've started moving up and being more strong in his ways, I just feel better. People say I actually look better, but I don't really care.
So do you stay fairly close to your walk around rate? Your walk around weight's fairly close to your fight weight?
I basically walk around with what I fight at. You know, say, the most I'll go up to is about 82k, and that's on a good day. That's say if I left myself now for 3 days and just ate good food, I can't just eat. I never eat crap. Eat good food. I'll go up to 82s, 82.5s and stuff like that. But then I'll go training for a few days. My appetite will go down a little bit. Bang! Next year I'm 77. I'm like that. I'm fluctuating weight so much, but you got to understand with the BKB, they do that same day weighing, don't they?
Yeah, it's horrible that we've had that a few times.
Same day. So you've got no chance. I can't boil down to a certain weight. And then,
I usually sweat it out on the day for like 3 or 4 hours, and I have to drop like 3 kilograms.
Oh, do you? Do you do the weigh in the day before then? Or on the day?
On the one in Hungary we've just done for the world title, we had to do it the day before. Most of our ones that are here in the UK, we've had to do weigh in on the day, and I'm still cutting the weight and trying to fight like that. It's fucking horrible.
You got a big strongbow in your hand.
Yeah, fuck it, mate.
Lads, you're killing me, man. You're killing me.
We've just finished. After a 10-week camp of our own. We got the title. We got the British. We got the world title for K1 for middleweight. So
okay,
I'm enjoying myself for a few weeks before I kick back in, and then we're fighting in January. I think our next one in Barnes.
Lads, what sport you do? What sport is it?
K1 kickboxing.
Kickboxing. Okay.
You're a boxer.
Yeah, we both do kickboxing.
I'm predominantly a boxer, and I'm a kickboxer.
Oh, okay. That's something else.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
You're 65 kg, aren't
you? Yeah, I fight at 65 kg. So,
what about you? You're in the 80s, 79s?
I'm 80, yeah. 80 to 85, depending on which competition I'm going to.
You want any sparring, you come to Connelly's gym. Me and you will have a few rounds.
I'm from Worcester.
Welcome so anytime. If you ever want to come to the gym as well, guys, and all that.
Yeah, lovely. We'll organise something. We'll come down and we'll get some rounds.
Yeah, of course, man. My brother's here and now. You don't mind doing a bit of pads with you and stuff like that. Mate, we do just one of them, innit? Have a little day if you want. If you ever want that, guys, you just contact me.
Perfect, mate. That'd be amazing.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Birmingham, mate. So if you ever need it, contact me. I'll send you over the address, mate, and we'll have
Which part of Birmingham are you? I mean, I'm from Worcester, but my family's from Birmingham, Smethwick.
Mate, you're on the road then. Where are you actually right this second?
Well, right now we're in Lydney. We're in Forest of Dean right now, but I'm from Worcester. Yeah.
Where the hell is that?
Imagine Bristol, but the other side of the water.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but Worcester's not too far from it.
Worcester's down the road. I mean, you've got DP Shaw, Eric, both of them from Worcester. They all go to your gym.
Yeah, they're fighting, aren't they, them two?
Yeah, fucking hate each other.
I know. Well, not many people like Eric down there, but I think you don't mind that, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
It's funny you should say that, because I prefer Eric to John.
Have you ever met Eric personally?
Yeah, I mean, my mum's going to be the godmother to his child, I believe.
Oh, well, there you go then, mate. You obviously know him, but
I know him. I've trained with him in his door and son kickboxing for a while.
You can vouch for this. The Eric that you see personally is different than Eric you see online.
Completely different. He is a lovely guy. Yeah. He's more than willing to help with anything you want, you know.
Yeah.
And
then you see him online, and he starts saying, I don't agree with what he says, you understand? But, you know, it's...
Yeah.
I said to him, I don't agree with what I'm saying, so... But, you know, you got to let people be their own people. It is what it is, and you know what I mean? People reap what they sow at the end of the day. So.
But the guy he's fighting, John, obviously being from Worcester, I know of him quite well as well.
Okay.
Recently went to prison for beating a guy up in a pub. He gave a kid brain damage outside a pub by slapping him around the side of the head.
Okay, he's a big lad though, and he was in my gym on the promo day. Yeah, perfectly fine to me. Like, he's a big lad though, and he's a big, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
we all do wrong things in our life, mate.
Oh no. It's just the way he comes across. I find him more frustrating than Eric, to be fair. But you could see.
I'll let them have a fight together, and we'll see.
It's going to be great. I mean, they've had history before, so it's going to be good to see that fight come out finally.
Yeah, I did hear there was some back and forth between them, but listen, I started anyone's drama.
Exactly. You're focused on your fight, not them.
Yeah,
that's what we're here to talk about.
I wouldn't involve myself anyway, mate. I'd stay away, mate. That's the main thing. If I don't get this win, mate, they're all going to be jumping. If my eyes were closed shut, they'll all be jumping and clapping. I can't allow that to happen, mate. So everyone else
mate, this is your time to get that win, isn't it? So
exactly that, mate. Exactly that. So it's big. This is a big deal to me.
Yeah, exactly. What does winning that title mean to you?
Do you know what? I can always forever. I can. Something could happen to me the next day, but I'll always be a world champion bare knuckle fighter.
Exactly that.
And live with me, and it will live through the gym, and it will live like people get to see it and stuff and that, and see what they could possibly do. I don't know. I'm not really one of them that says you can see me do it. That means you can do it, sort of guy. And that's really what it would be, It gives enthusiasm to people and stuff like that. We've owned in the gym and stuff like that. Me and my brothers, we put that in the gym. Like people coming out, you've got the. I don't know if you can. There's the British there.
Yes, mate.
Pride of place.
I used to have that locked in the back room. I just had it back there. I didn't think so many people wanted to see the thing, but my brother's like, you best put it out there because people are wanting to see it. So I leave it there now. But and people have come and saw that, and the amount of people that have contacted me personally saying, James, can I come to the gym and have a picture of the belt? I'm like, do you really? I mean, all right, push. I don't, mate. Listen, I ain't into all that. You know what I mean? Like, I'll go and fight for myself. You know what I mean? And whatever I get out of it with people praising all that, it's kind of a bit one of them to me. I hard to take sometimes. But if people are willing to do that for a British title, imagine what I'll do for my gym if I get the world title now and then for myself. And you know what I mean? So that's how much it means to me. You know what I mean? That's why I don't falter. In training camps, to train my heart out. I try and do everything right. I come to him, and I know people say, "I did it." I don't mess around, mate. You know what I mean? Like, I do not mess around in these training camps.
Well, I've been seeing what you've been putting up on Instagram with your training and whatnot, and yeah, you ain't fucking about, mate.
I don't mess around, mate.
Yeah, it's awesome.
This is my life here. You know what I mean? I could lose my eyesight, have no snack, I could have anything sort of happen there, and that's why I put the training in. That's why you'll never see me mess around, because imagine taking a bare knuckle fight and then getting to the fight and then you're not fully prepared.
Exactly. Well, imagine going to any fight. Fucking around and then expecting not to get hurt.
Because you know what? People like to be poster boys, don't they? They like the feel of being in a fight. Not really having the fight.
I've got a fight on the such and such, and then they back out after the first round.
Oh, yeah. They're on the poster right now. As long as they've got themselves on a poster, that's it, mate. They'll pull out week 4. But, each their own. It's a tough sport, mate. That's why I say, like...
And it takes a lot to step through those rings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, mate. Exactly that. I think that's pretty much everything I can do.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you're feeling up to it, mate, it'd be great to have a chat with you after your fight, mate.
Exactly.
If you're out on how you're feeling, obviously.
Just contact me now, guys. You've got me, lads. You've got me on that WhatsApp group. Just contact me if you need anything, like. And say if you want more new guy as well, someone just to do a podcast with you, you know what I mean? Like the new one,
that would be awesome,
That would be shit on.
That'd be awesome,
mate. We'll get that across to me, mate, and I'll get you set up with him, and you can have another one with him as, he's coming from Connelly's gym. He's the first ever fight to come from that, and his first bare knuckle. What does it feel like going into your first ever bare knuckle fight?
That'd be amazing.
That'd be fucking wicked, mate.
That'd be awesome,
what I'll do, not a problem. What I'll do, guys, for that, I'll get his number and I'll throw his number. I'll let him know first. Say, Smudge, the one doing the podcast. Yeah. I'll send his number over on the WhatsApp group. And then you can go from there. So you don't have to go through me personally. But if you do need me for anything else again, you contact that WhatsApp group and I'm there, lads. You know what I mean? Not a problem.
Perfect, mate. That'd be absolutely amazing.